Hello and welcome to another update video about XRP. We are here on the larger time frame XRP chart with support between $1.21 and $2.08. We're still holding that support area, okay? So there's no change. This is still seen as a range. Tradingview shows me basically no price change today, 0.06% plus to the upside, and it is still a sideways range. Important to understand the support levels we're tracking here: $1.21, $1.54, $2.08. They are the relevant support zones. One more high could take the price higher in wave 5 or 5 of 1 or A. Okay, so this is larger time frame, yeah, where we are saying, okay, one more high could complete this entire structure. This entire structure from the beginning, yeah, where we have 5 waves up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Interesting here is that the wave 2 and the wave 4, I mean, the wave 4 is much longer, but still proportions do align somehow. We could also say in an alternative perspective, wave 4 bottomed here, and this is all an ending diagonal pattern. That is, by the way, possible. In this case, we would say, and maybe we can introduce that with an orange scenario. We can say alternative 4, just that you've seen it. It doesn't really make a great difference in practice, but essentially this would be wave 4, and then we would, if we add another layer of waves, we can say this is wave 1 in 3 waves. Don't worry, I will change the color in a minute. This is wave 2. This would be wave 3. Then there could be another wave 4. Now, see, I messed it up now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This could even take it higher. The challenge with this scenario is just that it is very difficult to determine which one is it, because this is all corrective. So we would have 3 waves in orange 1. Actually, I change it to white. 3, you see it better. 3 waves in white wave 1, 3 waves in white wave 2, but that could all be part of that triangle. 3 waves up in wave 3, okay, where this is basically A, B, C. Then wave 4 and A, B, C, and 5. Great example of a potential ending diagonal pattern, something we should just be aware of. Yeah? So it will help us if we add that to the chart now. Going forward, we will be able to add the support levels that will help us distinguish between all of these different scenarios. Basically, what it would mean in the white scenario is that once we really form this one more high, which would be expected in these scenarios, as long as we're holding $1.20, there could be another 4-5 pattern in the white scenario. Okay, just something to be aware of. But because this is all corrective, it will be difficult to say. I mean, first of all, it's going to be a very fragile structure. And then if it's really an ending diagonal, this looks quite massive compared to what happened down here. Therefore, I think the triangle kind of makes more sense. This is where context is everything, but just technically, this is a valid scenario. It's a valid interpretation. Not saying this is the one and only, not saying this is the right one, but it's one that deserves tracking. Okay, so if we get one more high anyway, and this is the immediate focus, then what are the next upside levels anyway? We've got one resistance level at $4.20, one, and that's a very important one, at $5, and then $5.65. Let's take a look at the smaller time frame. On the smaller time frame, the question is what's happening down here, really on the micro level. And on the micro level, what we are tracking is a potential sideways triangle. So on the micro level, the question is about this wave 4. Yeah, I can actually remove that. I don't need another scenario here. We are tracking that on the smaller time frame. On the smaller time frame, the question is around this 4th wave. It's playing out, okay? So the detail around that. And there are a couple of scenarios I'm tracking. In one scenario, that wave 4 actually bottomed already here on the 3rd of February. In another scenario, we're still working on that wave 4. In both scenarios, however, you know, the microstructure is corrective, so they kind of move together, and you know, we're just in a sideways range. As you can see, I warned about that many weeks ago, that we need to prepare mentally as well, specifically, yeah, for a sideways range on the XRP chart, because I saw it coming, at least the potential that this is again sideways consolidation. And overall, however, if this is an Elliott wave triangle, we have an A wave down, a B wave up, a C wave down, a D wave up, and an E wave. And we could break out to the upside. Needs to form lower highs and higher lows then in that case. Yeah. needs to form lower highs and higher lows to keep that alive, which means the price must hold above the what is that, 10th of March low, must hold above $1.90 to keep that triangle alive. In the short term, we could be working on that D wave of the triangle, which is a WXY structure, possibly targeting the blue box between 265 and 290. Not really high confidence from there, and higher low in wave E, and then a breakout to the upside would be a reasonable scenario. Another scenario is that yellow count. Okay, these are the two that I'm primarily tracking on the smaller time frame. Here, the wave 4 already bottomed. We have wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, 4, 5, and we get a direct breakout. But even here, we're tracking a WXY structure higher. In an A wave of 3, then we can get a B wave of 3, which in the white count would just be the E wave. Okay, so essentially not really a lot of difference there, but I want to show them both to you also for educational purposes. And both are valid as long as we're holding above $1.90. So we need to start to think about different scenarios below $1.90. And I mean, that would simply be, go back to the larger time frame, a reset of wave 4 a little lower. As long as we're then holding $1.20, the overall focus could still be on higher prices, but would allow for a larger wave 4, probably then with a decent reward to risk ratio, because to be honest, for a range trader, that is at the moment not too attractive here at the moment if you trade the entire range, but getting to the range extreme down there around 120 would actually give us a good reward to risk ratio. That's the update about XRP. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, I invite you to join us on X. Here you can get additional updates. We upload additional videos here. They are not on YouTube. Then you can ask questions. Yeah, we reply typically to hopefully all of them, most of them at least. Can't always guarantee that we answer all of them. But yeah, I'll be there after this video for a few hours to answer questions. If there is anything, let us know which videos you'd like to see on X. There's a pinned post here. And you find our X profile linked in the comment section at the top. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.